What up guys, it's Hanleyz here, and I just wanted to give everyone a little update on what's going on with Hackers for Hire, and just a little recap of what's gone on in the last few days, or last few months actually, and why HFH has kind of changed on the YouTube side, and why the roster has completely changed. So basically, there was a, okay, so I'm going to rewind a couple, 3 or 4 months ago, about 4 or 5 actually. So 4 or 5 months ago, people were telling me that things in HFH needed to change, that it was dying out, and that this is back when I was leader, by the way, and everyone was pretty much telling me that HFH was gonna die and that things were going bad, and they were like, "Oh, we need a new leader." So I'm like, "All right, I'm not really interested in modding much more. I mean, I've been modding since 2011. Just kind of got old, kind of got tired of just the whole modding community. You know, like it's completely changed from when I first started out. And the new leaders of HFH have been around for a while, like Matt, Felony. They've been well, that's the same person, but he's been around for about the same time I have, maybe a little bit after. I don't know completely, but he knows where I'm coming from. Modding has changed completely, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like sad to be honest, because modding, I was just looking at some old Hackers for Hire videos, like the ones recorded like a year or 2 years ago actually, the ones that Heptic made, and they just make me want to go back to those moments. It's just so, okay, anyway, I'm getting off topic. Anyway, so basically what happened is people were telling me there needed to be new leadership, and I was like, okay, so pretty much it was between Bad Luck Brian, Aussie Fella, and Piff at that point, and I didn't want to give it to Bad Luck Brian at first because I know that he's an amazing coder, but I didn't really know how the YouTube side would happen with him as leader because he's not really an active uploader. And then with Aussie, people were telling me they didn't want him as leader, that I don't know. And then the same was happening with Piff. People were telling me they didn't want Piff as leader. So then at that point it was between Piff and Aussie for me, and I chose Piff. And then people, like big people in the team, were leaving because Piff was leader, and that kind of like pissed me off. I'm like, okay, you guys say you want new leadership and I give it to you, and now you're leaving. And they were like, oh, it's not the same with you, not as leader. So I'm like, okay, let me come back and fix this. And so it was probably the next day or next couple of days or so that I decided to make Aussie leader. Or no. Oh yeah, okay, so I got in a call with Piff, Aussie, maybe Bad Luck Brian, I don't remember. Oh, and Custom Patcher, someone else too. Oh, it was Felony as well. So I got in a call with all of them, maybe some other people I might just be forgetting. And I decided I wanted to change the whole way the roster was working, because I feel like the way that the roster was working at that point was people just wanted to get on the roster and then they didn't do anything to help the team. And it was just kind of not a productive way to have the team work. It was just like leader, co-leader, manager, team, and then obviously like GFX, but that's not like, anyway. So at that point I wanted to change it in a way where if you were on the roster you had a specific role. So I made it, there was a YouTube side and a modding side, and the modding was like coding, or you know, if you were on the YouTube side, you didn't have to code, but you had to like pop YouTube videos out the ass. And then if you were on the coding side, you had to produce content, like, I think it was once a month. And then if you didn't meet those requirements, you would get a strike, and after 3 strikes you're kicked. So that was how I was going to have it set up. It would just make the whole team more active, and then I just felt that would work best. And so because I wanted Aussie and Piff to both stay on the team, and same with Bad Luck Brian, I had it so there was a captain of each one of those teams. The captain for the coding team would obviously be Bad Luck Brian, and he would manage all of that side of the spectrum. And then it would be Piff is the leader of the YouTube team, because Piff pretty much like uploaded every single video to the HFH. Well, I uploaded it, but it was his videos pretty much that were on the HFH channel for a really long time, because he's really good at YouTube, that whole thing. Anyway, and then there's Aussie, and Aussie is a good YouTuber, don't get me wrong, but he's not really as active as Pip was. So I had Aussie the overall leader, and then it was going to be Piff was the captain of the what's it called? The YouTube team, and then Battle Friend was captain of the coding team. And I thought that would work perfectly. I was in a call with everybody, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that'll work perfect. That's a good idea." And literally, in the middle of the night, I get this message from Aussie. He goes, "Check HFH chat," or something like that. And I look at it, and there's this whole fucking drama that went on. Piff's like, "Oh, I don't know what Jake was smoking, but this idea isn't gonna work." And then everyone is just like leaving, and all this fucking shit's happening. And so it was just a fucking shitstorm of stuff that was going down, right? And then I was like, okay, you guys tell me one thing, and then you're just pulling these other ideas out of your fucking ass. Like, they tell me that's a good idea, and so I'm gonna do it, and then I go through with it, and then they tell me it's a bad idea. Like, what the fuck is that? If you think it's a bad idea, tell me. Like, okay, the problem with the modding community is they don't even know what they want. Like, everyone in the team told me they want a new leader, and so I give it to them. I give them who they want, too. They all voted Piff at first, and then they all fucking leave. Like, come on. Alright, anyways. So after that, I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I've tried these two people, and then I was just going to give it to Bad Luck Brian. But then everyone started telling me that Seb should be leader. For some fucking reason, they wanted someone who hasn't been active for like fucking months, right? And so they told me, oh yeah, he's been in HFH the longest. He should